Just everyone has these images of Africa, and it's not your fault as Americans. I understand that as Americans, like, you don't know much about South Africa. I've realized this in my time here. You don't know much about Africa as a whole, which is, you guys don't know much about anything, but that's not your fault. It's just you guys are so big and America-centric, and you don't get outside images. You don't see anything. In fact, in my time in America, the only thing I've seen of Africa is always those ads. Have you seen those commercials? Those UNICEF ads have you seen those? They're asking you for the money. I hate those ads. They don't even warn you that those things are coming on TV. I'm sitting there enjoying myself, watching comedy shows, and the next thing you know, you just see this horrible village. It's just dirty, and there's old rusting buildings, and these sad black people, and I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, where is that? Cleveland? And then a thing comes up, and it's like, Africa. I'm like, really? Where? And then they show you the starving people, and it's always the same. They've always got the starving look. They always do the pose. They've always got that, like, why haven't you called look? One by one. And they show you these people, and there's a starving mother and a starving child, and it's horrible. And then there's a celebrity. There's always, the most important thing is a celebrity who comes out. And they speak for them. That way we'll understand. And the one I saw was Penelope Cruz. She was the celebrity. She's beautiful. Oh, and she came out, and the starving mother and child were there, and Penelope came out, and she was next. Well, she wasn't next to them, it was blue screen, but she wanted to be there. She walked out, she pointed, and she was like, this is Africa. Did you know every year more than 5 million children in Africa die of waterborne illnesses and diseases that could have been prevented? You can make a difference in this child's life. I know you're sitting at home, and like me, you're saying, "Ba Penelope, I'm so far. What can I do to help?" Well, I'm here to tell you, it's easier than you think. And it's a wonderful message, and she's beautiful. I'm really trying to pay attention to this, but for the life of me, I can't concentrate because I'm watching, and out of the corner of my eye, there's this fly that's just buzzing around. It's buzzing, and she's just ignoring it, and the fly is there on the eye. How does a fly sit on your eye? You see with the thing in the mouth, and I can't concentrate how do they get the fly there every single time? Can somebody tell me this? In every single ad, the fly is there, and it's always in exactly the same place for the entire ad. I can't get a fly to sit still in my kitchen for 4 seconds, and I sneak up really slowly, but they can get the fly to sit there every single time they film. I'm starting to think it's like a trick fly. It's a Hollywood fly, isn't it? One of those trained creatures from Disney. I know what those guys are capable of. I've seen Lassie. A trained fly. They probably got the fly on lockdown. They're ready. They get everybody together. They got the starving people. They're like, okay, we're ready to shoot. Where's the fly? Here, sir. Here, sir. Come on, boy. Get it. And stay. Action. Did you know every year more than 5 million children are starving? Horrible. Hate those ads. Hate the people who make those ads. There's people starving everywhere in the world. But you can give them a bit of dignity. And I hate the people in those ads as well, because they make Africans look bad. Yeah. And I can say that. You go, oh, but don't hate them, they're starving. No, you know what? I don't care. I really don't. Because people starving everywhere. And I grew up in a black family in Africa. And no matter how poor or hungry we were, we could still do this. Let's make us look bad. Flies. Gangster flies. Look like they're doing shout-outs. Have you seen them? It's having a good time in front of the camera. That's the worst thing in the world. But that's all you see out here. That's all you see. Those images of where's the world? We see America, you know. We watch your TV, we see your sitcoms and your news alike. We get everything from Idol all the way to Oprah. We love Oprah. We just, you know, yeah, of course. I mean, especially in South Africa, we love Oprah. We love no, because she gives us a lot of money. So I mean, we just love Oprah. She came out to South Africa and she built a school there. She built a school in South Africa called the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy. Spent $50 million building this school. Yeah. Most expensive school ever built. Most expensive anything, just ever. You know, and those children love her. Like when Oprah comes there, they run out screaming, yeah! Oprah! 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 Oh, yeah! They just love it, you know. This is a big place for her. And then, you know, it's a wonderful school, state-of-the-art technology, brand new computer labs, state-of-the-art facilities. And then she made the mistake of hiring African teachers, which is not the worst thing. It's just she's had a few issues with discipline at the school. The way the teachers choose to administer the discipline is very different to what Oprah in America believes in, you know. And I blame Oprah. She interviewed them and she said to them, she said, you guys aren't going to spank them, are you? And they were like, no, never, Oprah, never. No, we will not spank them. And she left and they were like, yes, we don't spank. Here we beat. We beat. You don't spank a child, you spank a monkey. Here we beat. And that's what they did. They beat the children. They just beat them, which is horrible. I know, I smile. I mean, it's horrible. It's just, I think, in Oprah's school, because Oprah's world is so different. Getting a beating in her school must be something different, you know? See the teacher walk into the classroom with a cane, angry, just walking around. Cynthia, were you talking at the back? No, miss, you were talking. That means you are going to get a beating. But because it's Oprah's school, everybody is getting one. You're getting a beating! You're getting a beating! You're getting a beating! Everybody's getting a beating! Look under your seat! It's a beating! Oprah! Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things? Scotland was so much fun. Every day I was there, I felt like I was learning something new. I did learn something that I wish to share with you, and I hope you will not suffer the same ills I did. If you do go to Scotland and you are ever offered a drink, don't. Because you see, the Scottish, unlike us, we drink to enjoy. The Scottish drink to die. I used to think the Scottish had an accent. I've now learned that's just centuries of people trying not to throw up. That's all that is. Ah, right, what you do? Oh, ah. Yeah, lad has never had that drink. Oh, ah, you dream of dragons. Oh, that go. I made that mistake myself. I was doing shows in Edinburgh. And after one of the shows, I left the venue, and my friend Mick was waiting for me backstage, and he was like, oh, Trevor, how was your show? I said, it was really good. Mick, how was yours? He's like, oh, not too bad, not too bad. You know what, me and the lads were going down to the pub, going to grab a drink. You want to join us? And I said, no, I don't really drink, Mick. I'm just going to go home. He's like, oh, it's not about drinking, right? We're just going to hang out, right? Just grab a wee little drink. And that's where he got me. Scottish people do that so well. They're like, oh, wee little drink. It makes it sound harmless, doesn't it? Oh, just a wee little drink? Sounds tiny. A wee little drink? Yeah, wee little, nothing sounds dangerous like that. Yeah, what happened in Nagasaki? Oh, they dropped a wee nuclear bomb. Doesn't sound that bad. He was like, a wee little drink. I was like, oh, you know what, let's have a wee little drink. And so I joined him. And we went drinking. I don't remember. I do remember waking up the next day in my bed, partially dressed, shirt on the floor, pants still on, left shoe on, right shoe on the pillow beside me, and my head pounding. You know, you can hear your heart beating inside your head. And so I get up and I'm like, oh, I feel horrible. And as I stand up, I could feel I could feel the vomit coming. I could feel it. Yeah, I could feel it, just like, whoop. It did that thing. But I held it. I controlled that. Because if there's one thing you should know about me is I don't throw up, okay? Let's just get that straight right. I don't throw up. I control myself. When I see people throwing up, I'm like, you're weak. Control yourself, you're weak. This is my body, this is my temple, I control it. The body tried, it was like, whoa. I was like, no, no. My body was like, come on, man, I got it. I was like, no, no, breathe. Had it in check. Went to the kitchen, started to make some breakfast. And as I poured the milk into the cereal bowl, my body was like, hey, Trevor? I was like, hey, what's going on, buddy? Hey, do you mind if I burp? Of course I don't mind if you burp, buddy. You burp all the time. Yeah, because I'm gonna burp right now. Just a standard everyday burp. I was like, I don't know why you're warning me. You never warn me usually when you burp. You usually burp. I just wanted to let you know it's just a burp. You don't have to worry about it. I was like, okay, well, go ahead and burp. It's like, okay, well, here it comes. And my body was like, burp, burp. Yeah, but then I caught it in my mouth. I caught it all in my mouth, though. And, oh, yeah, judge me. Judge me. The only reason you know the taste is because you're alcoholics. You're going to judge me. We've all done that before. And I'll have you know that's the classy thing to do. You catch it in your mouth so you can handle your business in the toilets. Caught it all in my mouth. I ran to the toilets. I threw up, and it was the worst feeling in the world. I don't even drink. Throwing up is now an added reason to not. And you know when you're throwing up, the worst part for me is the dry heaving. You know when you're done, everything is finished, but still, like that's when I know that humans aren't as evolved as we think we are. Because your body and your brain at that point are not. There's nothing left. There's nothing there, and still whoa, there's nothing there. There's a whoa, there's not, and we're all in that position. It's not gracious. No one's looking cool. Everyone is there, like you're just like. Everyone is in that same position. There's no one who throws up in a cool fashion. No one's there like, whoa. Oh, no one. Every single one of us, we're reduced to a pile of pain. Oh, it's finished. It's finished. Ow. Oh, it's so sore. There's nothing there. Why don't you realize that? Oh, please, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. I don't even know what. And then blood came out. Yeah, not good. So I panicked because I was like, I'm bleeding internally. I need to get to the hospital. Called my friend Mick. I was like, Mick, where are you? He's like, oh, Trevor, I'm at home. What's going on? I said, Mick, I need your help. I think I drank too much last night. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and then this morning, I threw up a lot. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and then while I was throwing up, blood came out. He's like, yeah, right, and? I said, and that's it, Mick. Blood came out of my mouth. He said, oh, that's too bad, Trevor. So what are you going to do now? I said, I'm going to go to the hospital, Mick. He's like, oh, I don't know if that's necessary. Like, was it a lot of blood? So any blood is a lot of blood. What do you mean? He's like, no, I know what you're saying, but like, was it a lot or was it like a wee bit of blood? Mick didn't take me to the hospital. Instead, he decided to come over with some bananas and white bread. Forced me to eat that. And that night, I had another show. I was horrible. It was a bad show. And afterwards, I leave the venue, and who's standing outside waiting for me? My good friend Mick. And he's like, Trevor, how was your show? I said, it was horrible, Mick. It was horrible. I thought I was going to die. He's like, oh, that's too bad. You want to go talk about it over a pint? I said, what, Mick? He's like, yeah, let's go grab a wee drink. I said, there's no wee, nothing here, my friend. There's no wee ever again. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, Mick, I thought I was going to die. I'm not going to drink. He's like, don't be like that, Trevor. It's just one bad day. I was like, yeah, and I'd like to live to see another, Mick. I'm not going with you. He's like, oh, Trevor, don't be like... I'm like, don't be like what? He's like, don't be a pussy. And that's where he lost me. That is where he lost me. I understand what he was trying to do. Guys do it all the time. Hit you with the phrase, don't be a pussy. Yes. Because it implies weakness. Yeah. Do not be like the vagina. The vagina that is weak. Yes, yes. Don't be a pussy. The guys say that and then you do what they want. Don't be a pussy. Yeah, don't be a pussy because the pussy is weak. And yet, in my personal experience, I have found the pussy to be one of the strongest things I have ever come across in my life. Don't be a pussy? Have you ever come across a pussy? The vagina is one of the most powerful. You realize vaginas can start revolutions and end wars. You realize even on a physical level, the vagina is one of the strongest things that have ever existed. Virtually indestructible. Many men in this room, many men in this room have tales of how they once defeated the pussy. Let me tell you now, they have not. The owner of the pussy may have given you the impression that you defeated the pussy. But it is alive and well, my friends. Whenever people say that, I go, do you understand how impressive the vagina is? Do you understand how strong it is? There's a reason men have sought to oppress it for so long. The vagina is frighteningly powerful. You realize that human beings come out of a vagina. Human beings come out and still it continues to work as intended. Do you understand how impressive that is? Like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but do you understand? A human being comes out of the vagina and still it continues to operate, as it continues to work. After a human has just come out, you're saying it's weak? A human came out of the vagina. You just sit on a penis wrong and it breaks. You just... Don't be a penis, that should be the phrase. Don't be a pussy. I wish I was a pussy. I used to like people before. It actually made me realize that there'd been an issue that I'd been grappling with for so long. And now finally I had another answer. And that issue was that of James Bond. I'm a big fan of 007, License to Kill. Loved it my whole life. Started with Pierce Brosnan, then went back and watched Connerys and Lazenbys and everyone, all the way through to Daniel Craig. And I love James Bond. And when I found out that Daniel Craig no longer wanted to be James Bond, I was heartbroken. Until I heard that at the top of the list, the potential replacement was a man by the name Idris Elba. And I lost my mind. You can hear the ladies, yeah, yeah. And that's what James Bond needs. A ladies' man and a man's man, and Idris has that. He's strong, he's charming, he's got that quiet thing, oh yeah, Idris Elba, oh yeah. Idris Elba, oh yeah. You could just see him playing the dapper spot. And as soon as it was announced, everyone is excited. Everyone was excited until the comment section of the internet came in. Idris Elba, James Bond. And the comment section was like, actually... Idris Elba could not play James Bond. And we're like, why? They're like, because... Because of the shape of his head? What do you say? What do you say? No, because... Because what? Because he's black! James Bond cannot be played by a black man! And as soon as they said that, the internet exploded. Racism! And immediately that happened. I jumped in. I don't even know what it's about half of the time. I just jump in. You just hear racism and I rep my side. I'm just like, racism, racism! Ah, you guys will explain it later. Racism! And I was in there and I was like, what the hell's going on? They were like, James Bond could not be played by Idris Elba because Idris Elba is a black man and James Bond is white. I was like, well, actually, James Bond is a fictional character and so we can be played by anyone because it is fiction. And they were like, well, when you think about it, James Bond was based on a real man who was white and so he should be played by a real white man. And I was like, well, that just doesn't make sense because if you think about it, Jesus was technically a black man, but he gets played by a white man. So I don't know what your point is, because that's never stopped me from receiving my blessings. I don't know what you're going on about. And they were like, you can't have it. I was like, racism, you can't have it, racism, you can't have it, racism! And then I went to Scotland. I realized that maybe, just maybe, I hadn't given the argument enough thought. Because I love Idris Elba. I want him to play Bond. But if you think about it, James Bond often operates in places like Scotland and the UK and Europe. Because that's where most supervillains choose to reside. I'm assuming it's for tax purposes. No matter how you feel about the issue, you have to admit it would be particularly difficult to be a spy when you are the only black person in town. Your very existence defies your purpose. I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying that would be the toughest James Bond movie that was ever made. Can you imagine that scene? Idris Elba, James Bond, planting the C4, blowing up the bad guy's leg, jumping on a bike, riding into the town square in Edinburgh. The bad guy's right behind him. They pull out their guns and start shooting. The chase is on. Get it, get it, get it. Ding 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 ding. Idris Elba, James Bond, jumps off the bike, runs into a crowded town square. The bad guys are right behind him. He manages to shake them off, pops into a little alley, gets out on the other side, finds a crowded little marketplace, puts a scarf around his head, a fake beard, blends in with a group of monks walking by. The bad guys turn the corner. There it is! James Bond manages to shake them off, gets into another group of areas, pops out on the other side, finds a transportation hub, gets into a bus, the bus goes one way, gets into a tram, the tram goes the other way, the bad guys turn the corner. There it is! The movie will be 10 minutes long. It would end with James Bond panting in an alley. How did you find me? We would lose so many epic scenes. Like that moment where James reveals his name. You know that scene in the casino we always wait for? Him dressed in the tux, playing a high-stakes game of baccarat. You see Idris Elba walking over to the bartender now to place that iconic order. Bartender, I'll take my martini shaken, not stirred. The name's James Bond? I know. I'm sorry, mate, have we met? No. I just heard there was a spy in town. Figured it was you.
What gave me away? Is it the way I dress?
Oh, there's just something about you.
Something like what?
You know. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things?
Yeah, New York! I'm walking over here!
That was all I thought New York was before I came here. I just thought it was a city of people almost getting run over. Just everyone walking into the street, a taxi rolling up, slamming the hood. I'm walking over here! What's wrong with you? You want some coffee? I didn't even know what that meant. All I knew was one day I was going to go to New York City. And I too was going to almost get run over by a car. I had a dream and I set out. And you know what? It's a lot harder than it seems. You know, in the movies, they make it look simple. They make it look like you run out, the car almost hits you, you do that thing, ah, slam the hood, and then move on. But it's not that easy. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. It's all about being precise. You have to get out there at the exact same time that the taxi is there so that it stops so that you can hit the hood. Right? If you don't have the guts and you come out too late, the car's gone. It's a waste of everyone's time. You just look like a mad person now. You're just like, hey! I'm walking over here. If you come out at the exact time as the car, then you just get run over. That's just pointless. You know, it's like, ah! Hey, he was walking over here. What's wrong with you? The worst though is when you come out too early, because that's just awkward for everyone involved. Because you come out and then the car stops, but you can't reach the hood. It's just like, hey! Come here. No, come closer, please. I want to tell you a secret. Come here. No, I'm from Africa. I have a dream. Please come closer. I just want you. I'm walking over here. I love the city. Are you kidding me? New York. My dream was to come out here. As soon as I got here, I was like, this is it. There is an energy in the city that exists nowhere in the world. New York, New York. I love it, everything about it. You know what fascinates me about New York? Is how much people trust the traffic lights. I have never seen anything like it. You must remember, I come from an African country, and all over Africa we have traffic lights, but we don't use them. Right? It's less of a command and more of a suggestion. It's not stop, it's stop. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like an African traveled the world, saw that other people had traffic lights, and then just brought them back, but didn't know what they were for. Like the guy was just like, guys, we need to get traffic lights, huh? And people were like, what for? It's for the intersection. It adds atmosphere. But no one actually knew what it was about. We don't care about the lights, and we don't trust the lights. But in New York, I've never seen it. People trust that light with their lives. I was walking through the streets one day. I was walking next to this man. I'll never forget this, right? He's standing there on the sidewalk, and the light changes in our favor. And I look to the side, and there's this truck that is barreling down the road. And I'm looking at the truck, and as soon as the light changes, the guy next to me, he just steps out into the road. And so instinctively, I stuck my hand out to protect him. I was like, yo, dude, there's a truck. And he was like, it's okay, we've got the light. I said, yeah, and he has a truck. In a game of rock, paper, scissors, you lose. But he was so confident. He was like, it's okay, we got the light. Come on, let's go. And he walked out there. He didn't just walk out. He stared that truck driver down as he was crossing, just looking at him like, I've got the light. I've got the light. You know I've got the light. You know I've got that light. I was running behind him, all apologetic. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I would have stopped. I've never done this before. I'm so sorry. I walked with that man for 12 blocks. And let me tell you, I have never been imbued with the confidence of another human being the way I was with him. I started that day thinking and pondering before stepping out. And after a few blocks with him, I started believing. And after 8 blocks, it was the only way I knew how to live. I had my phone out. I was tweeting and texting. I didn't play games. I'd be looking down, look up, the light would change, and I was out. I didn't care if a truck or a train was coming towards me. I was out. Because I've come to realize in America, if you've got the white man on your side, you can do whatever you like. You just roll. What an exciting time it's been. I couldn't have chosen a better time to come and live in the United States. Huh? What an exciting time. I'm surprised that with everything that's happened, it hasn't all burned down. I've been coming to the United States on and off, visiting for almost 10 years. And what was great about visiting on and off was I got to experience America in snapshots. You know, I would feel what the people were feeling. I would get an idea of what the populace was going through. And I'll never forget how every time I came to America, one of the biggest things I noticed was how black Americans were having a tough time. Remember the first time I came out? I was staying on the West Coast, and I met a young African-American man in Compton. And we were hanging out at a comedy club, and this guy, he looked over at me and he's like, "Hey, yo, Trevor." He's like, you the dude from Africa, man?" I said, yeah, I'm one of them, yeah. He's like, "Yo, man, I can't front, B. It's an honor to meet you, man. It's an honor to meet you, man. Yo, man, I always wanted to meet a dude from Africa. You an OG, man. You an OG." I was like, thank you. He's like, "Yeah, man, you know how hard it is out here for a black man? Dude, I can't front, man. You can't get no jobs, man. The cops be on your ass all the time, man. Yo, I finna go to Africa myself, man. Yo, I'm gonna go to Africa with you, man. I'm going with you, B." And I was like, yeah, if you buy the ticket, we can roll. I mean, let's go. And I connected with him today. I felt something. Fast forward a few years later. I remember I met a beautiful black woman down south. I was doing shows in Birmingham, Alabama. And this woman came up to me after the show, and she connected with me instantly. She was like, "Trevor, baby, can I just tell you right now, I ain't never met a stranger I felt so connected to. When you talk about Africa, when you say those things, I'm like, oh man, oh Lord, I wish I could go with you. Tell me all about the motherland, baby. I want to go to a place I can call my own. I want to go to a place where people don't look at me like I don't belong. Tell me all about Africa, baby. Tell me all about it." And I could feel what she was saying. And I knew that people weren't having a good time. And then you fast forward to 2016. And I'll never forget that moment when Donald Trump closed the lead, had a 1 in 2 chance of being president of the United States. And for the first time in my life, I had white Americans coming up to me going, "So Trevor, tell me about Africa. What's going on out there?" It's sounds like a plan, am I right? What is it, motherland? Motherland? Yeah. I should come with you. Ali Boombaye, count me in, buddy.